Hi everybody, it's Deborah from Stamp On It, and this is our introduction to a new video series that we are starting, and it's going to be called What's Old is New. I kind of got this idea because I've been in business for, let's just say, 35 plus years. That kind of protects me a little bit from the age thing, but yeah, I started my business way back pretty much fresh out of high school a couple of years. And it was first a hobby, and then it became a side business, and eventually grew into a full-time business. We had 2 stores for a while, and then went down to 1, and then went down to no stores, and traveled for about 10 years, and homeschooled our kids, and traveled on the road. And now, situation has changed quite a bit, and it's now a much smaller crew. We do not travel anymore. So I'm doing a lot more video and online presentations. So I want to start this new series, What's Old is New. What it's going to be is I am going to, like, every week or whenever I can, and not more than every week, but try to, I'm going to just start to go back in our archives and show you some samples and ideas. And this is going to be really just sample and idea minded. I'll tell you a few things that maybe you could use or stuff like that, but mostly for the ideas and just the fun of looking at some samples. Now, I've been in business 35 plus years, so that tells you, and I don't throw a lot of things away. I'm not a hoarder per se, although my daughter tells me I might be. But anyway, I do save things that I think might be of value down the road. I have a lot of samples in the shop, and some of them have not even hardly seen the light of day in many, many years. Some have, but we're going to just start going back through them and pull samples, and up to 4 or 5 each week, and I'm going to show you them just to hopefully give you a little some ideas. So let's get started. First of all, these samples, this one here is using, and I'm going to tell you if it's using a certain product that we carry, because that will help you in case that you go, oh wow, I got to have that. But it may be you have products already that you can use to utilize some of these ideas. This one is a large ship by our QKR line 21705. And if you need to find any of these products and can't find them on our website, shoot me an email right off our website, and I will send you the links or help you find it. So this particular one is actually done by a person, Carol Lessian, and it goes back to 2010. Actually, she dated it, so thank you there, Carol. Some of these samples were purchased when we purchased some of our stamp lines. Some we've made throughout the last 30 plus years. This one is Large Ship by QKR, stamped in a lovely, I would say, a dye ink on just a standard cardstock. She cut it into pieces, added a little color, the same color as the stamp is stamped in, and then brushed on color with a sponge around the edges of those pieces, pieced them back together on top of a piece of cardstock. If you can see that, that is very similar in color. And so it's kind of like a puzzled image put back together. It's layered onto an embossed surface. And she has just a piece of ribbon that kind of complements the blues and tones that are in the large ship image, and layered up. So just really super easy. Stamp your image, cut it up, add some color on the edges if you'd like to, piece it back together, adhere it to cardstock, and layer it up. So that's Large Ship. Nicely done. All right, this one here, and I left this, and you're going to say, it's broken, it's broken. I left it that way on purpose because I want to show you a product that we carry that you can fix things like this very easily. But this one is called A Little Birdie Told Me. And on the inside it says, it's your birthday. And the little birdie is on the inside. Now the numbers for this one are, A Little Birdie Told Me is 14307. And the bird prints are 14602. And you know, I just realized that this guy I think is separate, and I did not get his number. But he is a birdie on our QKR line, so if you need that, let me know. A Little Birdie Told Me, 14307. I'm going to hold this so you can actually read it too and freeze the frame if you need to. 14602 is bird prints. This card is made by Emily Daggett. Thank you, Emily. And it's been in our file for some years. So she took and stamped the images onto cardstock, standard cardstock. This one is just a border. She has a piece of background paper on the front of the card, but also on the inside. And then she layered the pieces on top. Colored in on this one with, it looks like it could be a marker of sorts, could be Copics, whatever you're comfortable with, and colored in and blended. Now when you're blending on cardstock, remember, I would work from a palette if you need to, so that you have better control over the color perhaps, because sometimes when you hit the paper with a marker or a pen, it's hard to pull that color if it's not watercolor cardstock. So you can work from a palette. And this particular one, she has a little piece of almost like a cotton cording on the edges of this piece on the front. So it's coming off. So I'm just going to take a quickie glue pen, and many of you know a quickie glue pen, but if you don't, it's a really, really super nice product to have. But I'm simply going to draw, add a little line of color, or color. There's no color in a quickie glue pen, just adhesive. So we're going to just bump this cording right over top of that and hold it in place for a minute. Now, if you find that's not enough oomph, and I'm not sure if it will be here, we'll know in a second, but if you need to, you can use a dimensional adhesive like crystal lacquer, or we have our glittering glue on our website too. But if this is held, I'm pretty sure it's going to do the job, because quickie glue is really, really super. It comes out of a pen in a pin format, and so you literally lay it on by the tip of a pen. Okay? This little guy here, sitting on this upper cording, is looks to be a little punch out of a bird. Very cute. Not sure what brand punch that is, but it is just a tiny punch out. So we have attached the cording with the quickie glue pen, just like that. It's back on. Simple, easy. Hold it for a few seconds to give it some adhesion. Let it dry before you, of course, shove it into an envelope or something, but it's all set to go. So it's your birthday, a little birdie told me. All right, on to our next one. This one is getting a little wrinkled. And I told you that some of these samples can be as old as 35 years. Some of them I know the age, some I don't. This one is also done by Emily Daggett, and the numbers here, hold that up for you. He is risen, 3705, and this is our Eureka line. Eureka line 3704 is the large wooden cross. It also comes in a small size, 3401. And then names background, which I'll show you, I'll flip it in a minute, is 32401. 32401. Okay? Now, this is our Eureka line. And remember, our QKR and our Eureka come in digital too. So you can purchase the digital, upload it to your computer, use any photo program to open it and size it, color it, whatever you want to do. But this one she stamped in just a really muted color onto a piece of rust-colored paper is actually what it is, hence the reason it's starting to bubble. But remember, the years behind these samples. Still beautiful though. She attached it to the card using some, looks like brads. I would guess that this is a brad. Yep, it's a metal brad. But you could do that now with brads or embellishment stickers and just put them on there to show that, because it's a little difficult when you're mailing things if they're two-dimensional. But the cross, colored and blended with probably a Marvy or Copics or Noirs, any type of coloring. You could do it with a glitter pen too. Colors, be beautiful. But the background is the names of Jesus. Names background. And then she cut out the cross, by the way. This is cut out, and she layered it on top. Just super simple, super easy. Really nicely done. All right. And our last one for this particular video is Let Your Smile Be Your Umbrella. This is Q13501. It is from our QKR line, Your Smile, and 16005, Sunny Day Bear. You can see that there's sticky on here. Some of these samples, like I said, have been used quite a few times in various ways over the years. Some have just been in storage, so we're resurrecting them. This one is stamped. She colored in. Looks to be like probably with a marker. I do not know who made this particular sample, so thank you to the creator of it. She colored it in with marker. You could do with chalks. You could do with Copics. anything like that, whatever you're comfortable with. Again, cut it, layer it onto a piece of the blue, and then this particular piece looks to be a die. Possibly back then it could have been a punch. I'm not sure if they were that big, but a die would do nicely now in gray. And then she layered onto a piece of blue, and the blue is only about a big half of the front, and there's background paper here to coordinate with the bear colors. And then these are embellishments glued on top, fairly dimensional, so you wouldn't be able to mail. If you did, you'd have to put a little something on here to cush it so this doesn't get caught in the mailer. But again, you could use embellishment stickers. The dots and gems would work out nicely and give the same effect, but not dimensional as per se. All right, there's no inside to this card, it's just a front. It's been cut over the years, but still a beautiful, great sample. Let your smile be your umbrella. Just a nice uplifting saying for someone that needs a little bump in their day. So, all right, so we have those 4 to show you today from our What's Old is New. And we hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let us know. Website is www.stamponit.net. You can send an email right to my desk, right off from our website. And we hope you'll join us. Thank you. Have a great day.